welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Tiger, it's the Tier 9 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Minsk under the command of Talon 1958. Okay, game started. Now the muzzle brake is on the end of his barrel, that means this is the 17cm howitzer. If there was no muzzle brake, that would tell me it's the 21cm. So he's capable of doing 850 alpha, penetrating 44mm of armour and burst radius of 8.9 meters, but he's got a much better reload time, 23.64 seconds between shots, and that can make a big difference. Now, rather than actually stay over on the east side of the map or the far east side, or even stay near the cap area, he's actually moving over to the west side of the map. Now, there can be some drawbacks with doing that, but there can also be some benefits. And part of the benefits, of course, can be that you can get some shots on the enemy in their rear, and also maybe shoot at the enemy tanks on the west side, shooting directly between the buildings. Well, Talon's not sticking around. He's actually headed over as quickly as he can to get over as far west as he can, and now he's in a position where he can actually shoot up either side. Oh, and look at that, an Object 277, a Soviet Tier 10 heavy, has made his way onto the center near to the I don't know what that is, this column, and he's using the column for cover, but now he's going to get hit by a round, and it's a direct hit on his rear because the shell actually went in towards the rear of that column, and that's where his ass was positioned. So I think that that 277 just took a massive hit right on his weak spot. Okay, down on the west side we've got an UDES, rounds out on him. Direct hit, 384, very good strike there. You can see where the shell landed, there's a big yellow stain. And the UDES didn't like that, and he's pulling back quickly, and with good reason. If he stays where he is, very good chance he's going to take more hits, and he's not really going to be as effective for his team whilst he's being struck. In fact, he's decided to get out of that position altogether, and I can see from the bushes that he actually knocked down a tree at the back. So he might be able to, Talon might be able to try some blind shots, but instead he's gone back to the column. And there's an LTTB rushing up and down on the enemy side of the map. He fires a snapshot in, just a little too late, but 87 hit points of splash. I'm pretty sure that 277 is still there, because he can't move forward because there's a Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV and an Object 268 further up the road, so they'd spot him. Right, we've got an UDES 16, and I think further back in those bushes is where the UDES 03 was. I think that's where he went afterwards. So if we see any little traces appearing out of those bushes, that's where the UDES is. Instead he's going for the UDES 16. Very narrow shot. Oh my god, he actually managed to get it past that building, and it landed near where the UDES 16 was last seen, so he might have done some damage. He has got a shot on that T95. You see, the benefits of being over to the west side is you can hit targets like this fairly easily. The drawback is, of course, if the enemy mediums push on this side, on the west side of the map, then you're in a lot of trouble. And that 277, I think he regrets his decision going to the column, because now he's down to just 26% of his health left. And I don't think Talon's going to get a shot at him before he gets into cover. Ah, right behind that building we've got a Heshbon. The FP4005 Stage 2. Oh, he might have a shot on that 277. He might regret coming back where he did. Rounds out on him. Lands on the ground near where he was, but I'm not so sure it was a direct hit. I think that was just a near miss. You can see the point where the T95 was hit, and the enemy Arty's just been spotted. Somebody on our team, probably in that bat chat, 12 ton, managed to spot him. He's still in those bushes. We fired around him, marked the spot, and it landed in front of him. I doubt he moved out of there because the bat chat would have seen him, and so he's still in there. and probably badly damaged. So it'd be worth a second shot for Talon. He's lining one up. Almost loaded. Same spot, I'd say. Fire in. Go for it. Yes, you can see the tracer. He's still there. Oh no! He actually took it off the aim point. And oh, that's disappointing. There are two Arty on the enemy team. I saw the tracer coming out from the same corner where the GW Tiger was located. I'm wondering if he thinks there's another Arty in there. There's more than one in the same little cubbyhole. But instead he's going to go for the T95. Dialing in. Oh, well, that's a target that's been wiped out. Go back to the Arty. I don't think they've moved. The Batchat would have seen them. He's got pretty good eyes. Yes, you can still see some tracer coming out from the same spot where the GW Tiger was. That looks okay. That looks better. And it lands in there. So if he was in there, he's taken a lot of bad damage now. UDES 16 we can't hit. That's the same one we tried to hit earlier. And he's now sitting up on top of that column. It's not a column actually. It's there's a little rise there, a little area, a little ramp goes up to concrete blocks, and it's fairly easy to actually use that as a firing position. He fires one in, but that's not going to do much damage because if he's up high, it's only going to give him some splash. The scores are even at the moment, so we are doing rather well, and so this particular firing position has actually paid off for him. I'd actually go for another shot into that corner because I'm pretty certain that Arty's still there, but the LTTB has gone in there as well. He's just died. Oh, enemy Arty has been spotted in there again. And he's missing most of his hit points this time. There's no enemy Arty left, so the other one was killed. It was a 212A was the other one. Now he's moving back to the previous position to get a better angle on the enemy, but there is an M48 pattern and an UDES 16 unaccounted for on the west side of the map. And yeah, I think Talon suddenly realised he's in danger. If those guys are headed north, and they might be, then we're in a lot of problems. But it's oh, and we just lost our Batchat 12 ton to the UDES 16, who's retreating south. Not enough lead, Talon. Fires one in. Oh, he got him! He got him! Splashed him! Splash kill. I didn't think there was enough lead. He was looking too closely, I'd say, to actually get that right. But he actually fired it in, and even though the UDES has gone past the spot, he still killed him. There's UDES 03, lining him up. Rounds out. Oh, and he moves just as we fire. Excuse me. Well, we tracked the M48 pattern. We'll probably get his tracks up very shortly. The UDES. Oh, Patton's killed. Our SU-130PM saw to him. So we just need to fire around into this corner here to get the UDES. We just lost our Borsig to that UDES. I think from that little corner he's actually taking out the tanks that are approaching. There he is. And he's badly damaged now. He is a splash kill. So just need to give enough lead. He's loaded. Oh, bit too little lead there. Yeah, I could tell that straight away. You're looking too close at the target. You need to pull back a bit like this. This is a bit better because then you can move the reticule around to get sufficient lead on the target to actually make it work. You were looking just too close, and therefore you didn't give enough lead because you were trying to keep the UDES within frame. There's the 212A. He was obviously hiding in the bushes. So that GW was alone in the bushes in the other alcove, or the other little break between the buildings. Now we're looking for where the UDES might be. I think the UDES is going to be in the bushes somewhere along that way, but he can't get, he has to come out to go past the 212A if he wants to get shots on our guys in the cap, and they are capping. I'm pretty sure the SU-130PM is actually sitting behind the concrete blocks in the cap, in which case the UDES is going to find it very difficult to shoot at him because he's in cover. Unless, of course, he fires in an HE round. It depends on if he's got HE. That was a speculative shot into the previous firing position, and yes, he has moved up again. In fact, actually, it's the Striv 1030 who's moved up this time. There's still 3 on the enemy team. I'm very surprised that none of the enemy team decided to come north. Oh, we just lost the SU-130PM to the UDES 03, so I don't know how he managed to feather a round in to kill the SU-130PM. I can't believe he went all the way around to shoot at him from the other angle, but that Striv is now basically in the open and an easy target for our M53, M55, who's still back in our cap area, and he may be AFK. Rounds out on the Striv, direct hit for 340. Our M53, M55 doesn't have any kills, and he is sitting out in the open, which does kind of suggest that he is an AFK. In which case it's 2 versus 3, which is not so good. And there's UDES, and that's the reason why he got the SU-130PM. He actually circled around and went out into the field. And now the Waffenträger's facing the Striv, and this is not good. Unfortunately, we've lost the Waffenträger. We fire around at the Striv and splash kill him for 175, and that just leaves the UDES 03 as the last remaining enemy, but he's basically just facing Talon because it appears our M53, M55 is an AFK. Oh, he is alive. He is alert. He is working. But Talon's just been spotted by the UDES. There he is. And this is unfortunate because there's not really anywhere he can get cover from. He's a big vehicle. All he can do is aim in that direction. Oh my god, he did a snapshot! Freehand! And took him out! And wins the game! That was an incredible shot! He's sort of like just generally, I'll fire in that direction, and oh my god, he hit the target. It sometimes happens, it sometimes works. A good Arty player will fire it straight down the line of sight and bang, he gets a target, but he didn't go to aim on that particular moment, and oh, got a kill. Wow, that was an important kill, and here's the end of battle result, and it's a first class tanker for Talon 1958 in the GW Tiger. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13, and he ended up with a Starks medal because he got hit twice by that UDES before he killed the UDES. Lost 2/3 of his hit points in the process, and of course he already had 2 kills. So yes, that was a pretty impressive ending. 3,062 hit points. 3,062 was the win 8, and he said it was almost a Faden's medal because he almost used up all his ammo. Well, yes, let's have a look at that and look at the team score first. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the GW Tiger on the enemy team, the one he actually got in the end. He got a Gauze medal for 4,010 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was the Object 2684 with 3,997. And after that, it was the UDES 16 with 3,077. Talon only got 2,544, but it was a very good one at that. When it came to kills, he shared the top spot with the Object 2684, the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, the UDES 16, and the 212A on the enemy team with 3 kills apiece. So that's 5 players with 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top with 948 base experience points. 884 goes to the Object 2684 and 852 to the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. He fired 20 rounds, got 5 direct hits, no penetrations, 15 splash. Damage of 2,544 hit points, of which 2,301 were up more than 300 meters. You can see how close the UDES was when he took him out. 2 hits received from the enemy, both penetrations. Yes, I'm afraid it's a little difficult to hide the GW Tiger. It's a very big Arty. And he damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did 1,036 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 41,756 credits, got 17,120 for completing the mission and events. I think this was around Christmas time, so it must have been holiday ops. 58,876 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 23,167 credits. He actually picked up 5 bonds as well from that battle. 1,422 XP, 7,110 for completing the mission, and 1,422 from his personal reserves, giving a total of 9,954 experience points altogether. I think it's 5 bonds because it was a tier 10 game, and the Starts medal is one of those epic medals which actually earns you extra. Battle hero medals obviously are not as valuable as the epic medals are. And in this case, yes, the Starks and the Gores are epic medals, so yes, that's why they earn extra bonds. But yeah, that was quite an ending. I think the M53, M55 wasn't in a position to actually get a shot on that UDES, because I think the buildings may have been in the way. I'm not quite sure that they were in the way, but he certainly wasn't ready and didn't get a shot off. But it was amazing that Talon just went for the nearest cover and then thought, well, what the hell, I'll just fire a snapshot in your direction, and bingo, he gets a win. And that was just absolutely amazing. So I'm sure that the rest of the team were very, very pleased that he got that result, because they must have thought to themselves, that UDES is so sneaky. He creep up on Talon, get the kill, and then finish off the M53, M55 to get a Pascucci's and win the game for his team. But no, it turned out the other way round, that he was just prey for a GW Tiger under Talon. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thank you for watching.